Good morning and welcome to another day of broadcasting by CFCN Television. CFCN's main studios, offices, and transmitter are located atop Broadcast Hill in Calgary, Alberta. Our mailing address is Box 7060, Station E, T3C 3L9. Your comments addressed to the program director are welcome. We are transmitting on Channel 4 with an effective radiated power of 100,000 watts visual and 10,000 watts oral. Calgary cable companies carry our signal on cable Channel 5. The programs you are about to see will also be broadcast throughout southern Alberta and portions of British Columbia. In Oyen on Channel 2. In Field on Channel 4. In Bassano and Lake Louise on Channel 6. In Banff and Exshaw on Channel 7. In Drumheller on Channel 10. In Hand Hills on Channel 12, and in Sundre on Channel 13. CFCN has additional studios and transmitters in Lethbridge and Medicine Hat. Medicine Hat broadcasts on Channel 8, Cable 13. CFCN Lethbridge is on Channel 13, Cable 4, as well as Channel 3 in Fernie. Channel 5 in Burmis and Kimberley-Cranbrook, Channel 6 in Sparwood and Waterton, Channel 8 in the Crow's Nest Pass in Invermere, Channel 9 in Brooks, and Channel 11 in Pincher Creek. We hope you'll all have a good day and that you'll enjoy a variety of programming which will begin in a moment.
CFCN Television presents Thought for the Day. Today's guest is Reverend John Guy, University Chaplain.
Hello. I wonder if you remember New Year's Eve, 1985. If you were in Calgary that evening, about the middle of the evening, you may well remember there was a strange, frightening, sinister, wailing sound. Something had gone wrong with some little piece of technical hardware somewhere. Something short-circuited. And a number of those nuclear air raid warning sirens that were put in position in the late 50s suddenly started sounding off. I remember that evening very well. We were sitting at home having a quiet evening, and my son, teenager at Western Canada High School, received a call from a friend of his. His friend was alone in the house that evening. He was scared, very definitely scared. A pretty normal kind of guy. Pretty tough and solid, but he was scared. Naturally, he thought it was some mistake, some accident or other, but he was scared and had to get in touch with a friend just for reassurance that, yeah, things were okay, and another human voice at the end of the line. That experience is a reminder that all of us on this globe are living within 30 minutes of Holocaust, within possible 30 minutes of extinction. And this is an intolerable situation for human beings to be living in. There are many people today who are aware of that, deeply and painfully aware of that, and who have sunk into a state of depression and despair, and who say this nuclear arms race can never be stopped. This nuclear arms race is going to end one day, and it's going to end with the extinction of all of us. There are people who are black in their expectations for the future. But I just want to say this about the current problem, and it is the greatest problem that human beings have ever faced in our entire history. I want to say this. As a Christian, I believe that we have been made and put on this earth by the mind, the power, the energy, the great being who has created the universe. And I do not believe that he has placed us here without giving us the resources that we need for living. I am convinced that the spiritual energies are there waiting for us to take, to give us the energy, the enthusiasm, the inventiveness, the faith and the power to deal with this appalling problem, to make a turnaround of the nuclear arms race and to bring peace in our time. I'd like you to think about that, pray about that, and believe that, for God's sake.
Today's guest has been Reverend John Guy, University Chaplain.
This is CFCN in Calgary, Lethbridge, and Medicine Hat.
Come gather around me, space travelers surround me. Hark now to the ballad of Rockin' Robin Hood. I may well confound you, astound you, spellbound you with heroes and villains, the bad and the good. Watch now as our rockets race here from afar, for now with our Robin we live on a star.